Jayden Daniels just had the greatest rookie season for a quarterback in NFL history, and you'll never guess what he has to thank for it. Video games! Well, VR to be specific. Jayden Daniels made VR training a condition for drafting him, and now completely turned around the Washington franchise, fell short of the Super Bowl by only one game, and will 100% be the NFL Rookie of the Year. Now, does this kid put the work in? Totally. Can he play football? He's an absolute stud out on that field. But where he really gets his edge is training his brain at almost double speed, which ultimately makes Jayden Daniels QB1 2.0. But first, let's set the stage, because right now your career is hanging on by a thread. You got 10 interceptions keeping you up at night, and in the course of a week, you lost both of your grandparents to COVID. That was Jayden Daniels! But rather than hang it up, you know what he did? He refocused, he transferred to LSU, showed everybody that he could really get down out on the gridiron, but sadly, despite all of his effort, Jayden was ultimately a mid-round draft prospect at best. But then guess what happened? Enter two German entrepreneurs by the names of Verena and Christian, the founders of Cognalyze, a VR company originally built for soccer. The Cognalyze brand was starting to struggle, and they wanted a new revolutionary idea, so they pitched an early prototype to the tech department at LSU. The tech department at LSU connected them with the coaching staff, and in the third week of the 2023 season, Jayden threw on the headset for the first time and stepped out onto the virtual practice field against Mississippi State. I'm beating the brakes off Mississippi State right now. Woo! 30 for 34 completions, 4 touchdowns, 361 yards in the air, and over 400 plus yards of total offense that would make Mahomes, Brady, and Montana all go, God damn! But see, it wasn't just the VR, it was how they were using it, because it was all based on speed manipulation. No matter what game or what team Jayden stepped out onto the virtual field for, everything ran at 1.75 times speed. So what this caused was Jayden to have to react at a faster level, and when you're doing that all the time in a virtual setting, well, real-world games just feel slower. You see, the VR's tech was based on cognitive rewiring. This caused Jayden to get an extra anywhere from 250 to 300 reps per week, which caused over thousands of extra mental repetitions with zero physical toll and nothing but pure neural adaptation. Do I sound smart yet? Now, as cool as all this tech sounds, the real breakthrough came at a time when LSU had Florida coming up. Jayden's Heisman Trophy was on the line, but sadly, he was diagnosed with a concussion and couldn't practice all week long. Hell, that Saturday morning of the game, the doctors barely cleared him, and somehow Daniels still went out there and put up over 600 yards. You see, while Jayden's body healed that week, his mind stayed active in the VR simulation. So the VR supplemented only his physical training, but was still transforming how fast his brain would process the game of football. You see, the tech's eye tracking, no matter how fast it moves, is always going to go wherever the quarterback's eyes go. It also provided stadium-specific details right down to wherever the scoreboards were, gave Jayden every defensive scheme imaginable, and came custom-built with play calls directly from his coaching staff that could be custom-built for any opponent. Hey yo, is Jayden hacking, bro? You see, when most rookie quarterbacks look at an NFL defense for the first few times, they become overwhelmed, confidence goes out the window, decision-making comes to a screeching halt, because it's just a faster paced game. But as far as Jayden Daniels is concerned, bro, this is light work. He's already seen it all at double speed.
If anyone says anything at double speed, you're gonna think something's wrong with them. Maybe they've had too much caffeine, but after a while, it's gonna start to get annoying.
But if Jayden Daniels were listening to the same person speaking at the same pace, this is how his brain would interpret it. It's kind of crazy, huh?
Before Jayden ever slapped on a headset, he never broke 3,000 yards. His career high was only 17 touchdowns, and he was a mid-round draft pick at best. But after slapping on one of these bad boys, dominant offensive numbers. Heisman Trophy, second overall pick in his draft class, and will totally be the 2024-2025 NFL Rookie of the Year. But do you remember what I said at the top of the video, that Jayden made VR training a condition for drafting him? Think about that for just 1 second. In any sport sport at any position. A rookie coming in having conditions is freaking wild. But for a quarterback to have them, he believed in this technology so much that he was willing to bet his NFL future on it. But what professional football team would be crazy enough to do that? Well, clearly the Washington Commanders didn't hesitate to jump at that condition, and look what happened, dude. They completely turned that franchise around. They got hope in that city again, because they know they got a stud at center. The Washington Commanders saw what we all saw this past season. And a lot of people think that the future of NFL quarterback lies in the hands of Jayden Daniels. Now, regardless of the athlete he is, regardless of the potential future we're all staring down the barrel for with him, how wild is it that this all kind of started with a German software lab coming in through an LSU tech department with a desperate transfer quarterback during a concussion week? Now that is changing football. I know this video is a little different from what we usually do here on the channel, but as someone who loves his sports and loves video games, I just felt like this was too cool of a story to not shed some light on. And real quick, just because I'm toting up him over here, recognize I was wearing Patriots the whole time. I love the Drake.
Hate the Drake.
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake? Who's the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments. What did you think of Jayden Daniels' performance this season? Who do you think is going to walk away as Super Bowl champs? Will it be Philadelphia? Will Kansas City three-peat? Will all of America lose their mind if Kansas City three-peats? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like this video so that way you never miss the next one. And be sure to stay tuned. Netflix, February 10th for your boy's debut. But until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon.